What's going on, y'all? Minutes with Mellon. Take long video, make it shorter. Oh shit, it's been a fucking week, let me tell you. Wow, this has been like the craziest fucking week. November, I'm telling y'all, November 4th through the 8th is like by far the craziest fucking week ever. So as everybody knows, the election's over. Trump's president-elect, but we're gonna go back before that. The day before that, Megyn Kelly endorsed Trump, gave a really good speech. It's on Benny's page. I'll tag it. Joe Rogan endorsed Trump, which is huge. That's like 100 million people. You know, all of a sudden, oh yeah, I want to vote for Trump now. Which Kamala had every chance to go on his podcast, and she didn't. Like, she fucked herself completely. Like, if she would have just said, if she would have went on that podcast, if she would have said, you know, kept all her lies up, oh no, we're gonna frack, oh no, I'm gonna plan on shutting down the border, blah blah blah, she probably could have fucking won. But she just chose her awful rhetoric constantly. So that's, yeah. Let's go ahead and burrow right in there. Okay. Oh, stupid. So she gave a speech like before, and then they showed another video. This is this video of her. She literally has a caravan of people that follows her around for her rallies.
And the rafters are filled all the way up to the nosebleeds. Kamala Harris, not so much. And we can prove it scientifically, actually. There's this dude who has a cell phone data company. He tracks data devices and where the devices are located and where they're from. And you can find this kind of stuff. You can get this data from major cell phone service providers. This guy has been tracking Kamala and Trump campaign attendees, and for these rallies, he's able to show how many devices are inside of the rallies. Like Donald Trump's packing nearly 12,000 people into a rally in Green Bay, Wisconsin. That's a lot of people. There's 7,000 people outside, and 62% of them have never been to a Trump rally before, right? Because you can geofence these things and go back in time spatially and see where people have been, right? And a cell phone is a really good tracking device. He does the same thing for Kamala rallies, like these massive rallies that Kamala threw in Washington, D.C., in the middle of the swamp. This is Kamala's biggest rally in the middle of the nation's capital. Of course, you could effectively call this a mandatory meeting that your boss calls on Friday afternoon, because all of these people presumably work for the executive branch, so they had to go suck up to their boss, which would be Kamala Harris were she to win, but I don't think she will because her support is all fake. This dude found that there were 31,000 people on the mall. The campaign live, they said there were 70,000, so it's half that, but still, that's a pretty good number of people to get to a rally. 91% of them had attended 3 or more Kamala Harris rallies. Okay, either people in D.C. have a ton of free time, or these are rent-a rallies. They're not real.
100%.
1,000 inside of the venue itself. 47% had never been to a Trump rally.
Never attended.
This is the show of like actual authenticity on your campaign. Half a high school gymnasium that probably was filled for the women's volleyball. You see people cheering and people just yesterday. So when you get rent-a rallies and you get these people that are in a room, they're not authentic individuals. They don't actually think they're being paid to be there, right?
Yeah,
we know that Kamala Harris pays influencers. We know that she pays podcasters. She pays people to have her on. Doesn't have a soul in her body. Has never apparently ever engaged with another human being. and all of her rallies are fake. So she doesn't really know how to react. And it ends so horribly.
Thank you. Let's vote. Let's get out the 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 vote. Let's win. All right, let's get to work. 24 hours to go. And
dude, this is like criminal levels of cringe and malfeasance. It's political malpractice, actually. Like, Kamala Harris can't even lead a chant.
He's lost for words. I think he plays another one that's cringe as fuck, too. Yeah.
okay, now I want each of you to shout your own name. Do that. Because it's about all of us. It's about all of us. And listen, I have fought my whole career to put the people first.
They're losing this race. They're so losing. They like know they're gonna lose. They know they're board. Kamala can't help herself. She's so unlikable. And
for a democracy. And understand the difference here. Understand the difference here. Moving forward. Moving forward. Understand the difference here. What we are looking at is a difference in this election. Let's move forward and see where we are. Because on the issue, for example, of freedom of choice, that's okay. That's all right. That's okay.
Apparently it wasn't. Oh, that was bad. And then all her supporters were basically what they're talking about. Everybody on the fucking Diddy list.
That would have never been the case. There were, a couple of guys fist bump you every once in a while. Now it's like they get it, they see it, they understand. The persecution of my father really well. Perhaps there's some relatable.
Of New York, where you were raised, the feds raided a orphan squirrel that was saved by his owners, that brought joy to millions every single day, had 3 million followers on social media, was a peaceful, happy squirrel that brought joy and livelihood to millions every single day, and they killed him. Don, they went in and they said, somebody gave us a report on this squirrel. We're just gonna kill the squirrel. And this is the power, this is the tyranny, I think, that people see, and they're now seeing it in real time here with Peanut the squirrel.
Yeah, I've been very vocal about this one because I think it's a perfect example. I mean, it is Harambe 2024, basically. Peanut is Harambe 2024.
So when he says that, he's talking about the same thing happened back in 2016 when Trump won. There was like a guerrilla Harambe. Same thing happened. Like, they killed the gorilla. Everyone's like, oh, fuck no, we can't have more of this. We're voting Trump. Squirrel comes out.
But Peanut, I mean, you look at these videos, Peanut's also like the Elon Musk of squirrels. Like, they found the highest IQ squirrel in the history of squirrels. And we're just going to kill him. I mean, and if you look at the fact set, it's also insane. This guy runs like an animal shelter. It's not like, he's holding rabid squirrels. And it just shows the extent, and I've been fact checked. They're like, well, it wasn't Democrat policy. I'm like, excuse me, it's New York State. Literally everyone is a Democrat that's in government. And it shows the extent of Democrat overreach. There's nothing they won't control. There's no freedom they're not willing to infringe upon. They can't take a squirrel that has millions of followers, is perfectly well trained, unlike any squirrel I've ever seen in my life, and I'm an outdoorsman, that's trained, that's in your home, that has followers. They're going to go in there and kill it. These are the same people that want to take away. So we got it all. We have a lot of kids in, 2 houses come up defiant, ready to fight. Back him. Support him. That's the guy that will keep you out of a war. That's the guy that stops our enemies from taking advantage of us. That's the guy that gets peace deals done. That's the guy that can grow an economy because he's done it before. And that's the reality, guys. We've into either make you overconfident so you sit on your ass at home, or they're designed to demoralize you so you sit at home. You saw that nonsense out of Iowa the other day. Like, I'll bet that person like 6 figures that we're not.
Father, they didn't need Lizzo. Democrats have been trotting out Eminem, Usher, pretty much emptying the entire Diddy tapes. Okay, J-Lo, right? Diddy's ex-girlfriend. They're bringing them all out. Is it gonna work?
I don't think so. Honestly, you don't even see that much coverage of it.
Yeah. So they're just talking about, you know, all the celebrities that endorse Kamala, and then the showdown happens, and then boom, the whole fucking United States. This is the house. That's the house. Wait till we go to president. Look at that. That's crazy. 6.3 million votes in Texas alone. 6.1 million in Florida. 3.1, 3.5 in Pennsylvania. Fucking Amish came out swinging. 3.5, she had 3.359. She lost by less than, like, I mean, Trump took Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. Look at he won Wisconsin by 30,000. 33,000. Damn. Like, North Carolina, and all these people watched like, oh yeah, she's gonna flip Texas, she's gonna flip North Carolina, all the swing states. There's some YouTuber that bet like $1 million, close to $1 million on Kamala winning. Fucking retard. And then they just go on about election night, Trump winning, Trump gave his speech for winning. It took like a whole day. Oh, Bernie Moreno flipped. 3 Senate seats flipped. Which, that's probably the biggest, really, next to him winning. So it won the Senate. Three seats flipped. We got the majority in the Senate, which is huge. And this is what's crazy. Nobody else is talking about this, but the House results, man. Like, 218 for majority. Republicans were up to like 206, and the Democrats had like 180. And then all of a sudden, like the next day, it's at 216, 204. Still waiting on Alaska results. Like, a bunch of shady shit's going on. Like, these are really, really close races. 163 to 162. That's less than half a point. Like, that's crazy close. But I'm pretty sure the Republicans will win the House. That's a trifecta, y'all. The House, the Senate, and the President. That's just fucking crazy. Bernie Moreno called out Schumer. That was funny as hell. All the people breaking down and crying is, oh my god, I'm gonna have to make a separate video just about that. It's just too fucking hilarious. So many people are crying. It's great. And then all of Trump's legal problems, all of the Jack Smith bullshit, all that's gone.
G'day, morning from Washington. Hey, have you heard the news?
In Alaska, what does that mean? The race to 270? Well, that is now
To tell you about many things that you've watched happen all the way through the day. And I've done my best.
Who are hurting tonight. There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed, who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months. And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt.
Oh, I hope he shows Jimmy Kimmel.
And that may be true. Certainly for African-American women. The idea that there was on the verge of a potential first female presidency and a first female president of...
I think I just watched it. Like, there's the streamer that lost almost $1 million. Where's it at? Jack Smith fires himself. They're starting to play the blame game. RFK Jr. is already on fire. Trump's already like put a halt to like Hamas wants peace deals with Israel. Ukraine and Russia are trying to come to an end. Like, he's already done more in the first hour of being elected.
You'll flip it.
Than Kamala has done.
It was supposed to be Barack Obama creating a coalition of the dispossessed, of criminal illegal aliens, voting in our elections, swamping swing states so that they're unrecognizable and can never be handed back to the actual American people, breaking every law, rigging every system in order to get a permanent majority. It was supposed to be a permanent majority.
Woman comes out with a Harris +3 or a Harris +4. Unbelievable. You know, I don't know that. I don't know that she did it on purpose. From what I understand and what I'm told is that, like so many other people, she lost her objectivity. And in this business, if you are looking for something
Spectacularly, it's backfired so beautifully. Oh man. Now you look.
Lost this, but I just got a text from a member of Congress saying, you know, something else we need to look at is how people are turning to social media, podcasts, and other.
They're not thinking that it's their fault. They don't think it's their own policies. That's the fucking hilarious thing. Oh, in the Millie thing. Apparently oh man, this is fucking crazy what General Milley did. He's basically in bed with China and does whatever the fuck the Democrats want. He's over there starting wars. Yeah, it's sad. Jimmy Kimmel literally cries on air. I'll play this.
Back in the day when, you know, they've look.
It's a terrible night.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate. It was a terrible night for poor people, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO. And guess what? It was a bad night for.
How is it a bad night for Ukraine? Trump ended the war. How is that bad?
Everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Said he would be a dictator on day one. The question...
You're too stupid of a person to realize that stopping a war is a bad thing. That's what's wrong with
And now is, what will the rest of us be doing on day one? Right? Now's the time to stand in solidarity with our friends, with our neighbors.
Well, it happened again. And in this democracy, the majority has spoken, and they said they don't care that much about democracy. The first time Donald Trump was elected, he started as a joke and ended as a tragedy. This time he starts as a tragedy. Who knows what he'll end as?
Any comforting words for them, Piers?
Stephen Colbert used to be funny. Not anymore. But yeah. Trump won in a fucking landslide, and it's great. Man. It's going to be a great next 4 years. Gas is going to go down. No more wars. It's going to be awesome. People are going to get held accountable. Elon Musk is going to fire more than half the government can't fucking wait.